One mistake that's renowned for corporate and big blue chip organizations make is that when they come across problems, they hire more people and they just add individuals to resolve the issue. Now, private equity doesn't have that option because they're very lean within the private equity firms, but they sometimes can be victims of doing that within the portfolio. What I've seen of what the top private equity firms are doing is they are driving both in the firm and into the portfolio companies a process of automate, delegate, delete. They'll automate what they can, they'll delegate what they can, and they'll delete what they can. So instead of hiring more people, they bring in software that will solve that problem. Instead of running needless processes, they'll look, does this actually move the needle? And they'll get rid of it. And of course, instead of senior managers spending all their time doing and not working on the business, instead they're working in the business, they delegate this to more effective individuals to repeat the process of automate, delegate, or delete. Now, what the top firms are looking at is they're implementing technology into their businesses to streamline some of the areas they're operating in rather than hiring another person. They're also replacing the individuals that underperform. In recessions and difficult markets, we tend to see more of this. We tend to see people making decisions, whereas in war markets, people can kind of hide and the market gives us that kind of inflection. But when the markets are tough, businesses in private equity-backed organizations will still be growing because they've got phenomenal executives. They've got phenomenal support at the private equity level, and they've got operating partners and loads of advice. But if they're not kind of scaling, they're not above market, which is where they want to be, it might be that you've got not the best people in that space. But another thing that I'm seeing these firms do is they're investing heavily in the people that to do the work so that they can take on more because they're faster and more efficient. If you're giving people work and there isn't processes and guidelines and clear processes of how to operate, then you need to be doing that within your portfolio company or your private equity firm. So next time you're thinking of making a hire, and this is coming from an executive search recruiter, think automate, delegate, delete. Do we need to make this hire? Do we need to make this position? Do we need to bring them in? Or can we just bring in technology? Can we bring in outside support as consultants just to get us on top of it, etc., not to bring and continually focus on how to increase headcount to resolve this particular issue?